Here we go. Come on, England. Wales v England. Hello to the Up the Villa podcast. Watch along for Wales v England. If you are new around here, subscribe. Make sure you drop this video a like if you're watching it as well. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. Big game then, Justin. Big game. We have to win. Senegal lie in the next round for us if we win this group. So how are you feeling about it?
All right, just pour myself a nice Guinness. We've got to win the group, haven't we? Although, if I'm honest, I watched Senegal and Holland earlier, and I don't know who I'd rather face out of the two, to be honest. I think Holland don't look great. Senegal could be the trickier game out of the two. It'd be interesting, but you can't sort of pick and choose. You just finish where you finish, and the other group finishes where they finish. So if we win the group, which is looking the most likely thing to happen tonight, then it's Senegal on Sunday night. So that'd be very interesting. Shades of Italian 90. I know we met Cameroon in the quarterfinals. It was the one game later, but we didn't know a lot about African countries at that point. But now they've come on leaps and bounds, haven't they? And they're littered with players from the best teams in all over Europe, aren't they? So it's going to be a tough game, isn't it? But yeah, let's get this one out of the way first, and we'll worry about that one as and when.
So a lot of talk after the last game was regarding a Mr. Phil Foden, or a lack of Phil Foden. He starts in this game, which I'm really happy about. And I think I've done the team what it's going to look like. I think maybe I've got it wrong, maybe I've got it right, but I'll let you have a look at it, Justin. Is that what you're reading from this lineup tonight?
I think so, yeah. I would hope so anyway. I pray that Bellingham is pushed on forward, and it looks the most likely option when he's brought Henderson in as the double pivot with Rice. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a massive Henderson fan. He hasn't had a brilliant season, has he? But I suppose, why take Calvin Phillips? He had an outstanding tournament in the Euros. He obviously is not fit, so Henderson plays. Does release Bellingham to play more in the 10 role, which he can do. He's equally at home in the 10, the 8, or the 6. So, we all know what a fantastic prospect he is. I've no problem with Bellingham starting. I would have liked to have seen Grealish, if I'm honest. I would have liked to have seen Bellingham stay with Rice in the double pivot. I would like to have seen Foden in the 10, Grealish on the left. I sort of get Rashford coming in as well. Saka had a brilliant first game and wasn't that good in the second game, but none of them were, to be honest. I don't think any of them were fantastic against America. I'd have liked to have seen the same team, but with Grealish, Foden, and Saka behind Kane. But it is what it is.
That's a bit too attacking, though, isn't it? For
Southgate? It is for Southgate, yeah. And what you got to remember is,
what is funny though? It's really funny that, he's put Foden in, but he still had to go a bit defensive. He still had to put a Henderson in there. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's what I don't. A little bit don't know.
I don't understand it, because Wales have got to go for it tonight. This is, we're in last chance saloon now for Wales. It's highly unlikely that everything is going to. It's highly unlikely that everything is going to go in their favour tonight. They've got to literally, I think they've got to beat us 4-0 and hope that Iran beat America. Or America beat Iran. Sorry. So the permutations for them to go through is very, very difficult.
Don't they have to beat us 4-0 or something?
Yeah. But one thing they've got to do is beat us comfortably. So they're going to go for it. So why are we going defensive against them? Yeah. So he basically knows they're going to have a go at us, and he's sort of saying, "Okay, we'll just." It seems to be saying, I mean, until we kick off, we won't know. We want to see the first game. We don't want to see the second game, do we? And in the first game, we was dynamic. We was on the front foot. We was fantastic going forward, creating chance after chance after chance. That's what I want to see England do. We are better when we go forward. We better when we defend from the front. And I just wanted to see our attacking players. I'm not getting on the Grealish thing again, but I don't know what he has to do to get a start. I would have liked him and
That's what
Foden.
I was sort of saying earlier. It sort of feels like to me, it's like it's Grealish or it's Foden. It's Sterling or it's.
He doesn't want to play both, does he?
Yeah, it does. It just doesn't feel like they could ever sort of play in the same team, which is really annoying.
It's odd because when you look at Wales, essentially, it's like, I don't want to say a Premier League game because there's quite a lot of their players that don't play in the Premier League, but you know what I mean. They're English based, aren't they? So they've gone with basically what we usually go with, the 4-2-3-1, which could be us, to be honest. That could be how we're setting up, but with Bellingham slightly more withdrawn between the 8 and the 10. But they've gone Bale, Ramsey, James, and Moore as the front four, which, you know, I hope I don't live to regret this, but let's hope we don't see Bale from 10 years ago because he looks a spent force like a few of the older players do. Ramsey, again, another one looks a spent force. But they've got enough quality in them to be good for a game, don't they?
Yeah.
You know, is this their last...
Dan James is a lively player.
Yeah, he's got pace, hasn't he? And with that focal point up front with Kiefer Moore, they've got something to aim at and somebody to get hold of the ball. I would hope that someone like Maguire would that, you know, that's what you would think, that's his meat and drink, wasn't he? Big, massive, you know, big target man. Let's go and have a fight with him. You would hope that would play right into Harry Maguire's hands. Bale does worry me a bit. Ramsey does worry me a bit because whilst they are spent and they are done in the long term, this is 90 minutes where anything can happen, and you know, we know they hold quality. So let's hope this isn't the game where they just suddenly click, because the first two games they've been pretty average, haven't they? I mean, the midfield too, they've brought Allen back in. You know, he hasn't got the legs, has he? I like Ampadu. I think he's good. Mepham and Roden.
It's important that England move the ball quickly, isn't it?
Well, this is what I'm saying about the Jack thing. You know, let's hope that Rashford can maybe do that role, pick the ball up and go past people, because you would fancy Jack against Nico Williams, wouldn't you? All day long. Pick the ball up, run at him, then you'd have Ampadu and probably Allen having to come across and cover. And then he drags that many people across that it opens up for Foden, it opens up for whoever else you've got on the right, whether it is a Rashford or a Saka. I want to see Harry Kane. I don't want to see him coming deep for the ball tonight. You know, he doesn't look 100% fit. There's question marks over this ankle injury he's got. So I want him to play as a proper, off the last man, number 9. If anything, stay in that penalty box, get on the end of things. You know, be the man that turns in the box and you know, takes your chances, because he's coming too deep, you know, and unfortunately playing this way, it probably pushes him to carry on doing that tonight because he hasn't got that natural 10. It'll be very interesting, to be honest. I expect Wales to come out the blocks quickly. They've got nothing to lose. They can throw everything at us.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. So everyone in the chat, keep commenting and drop this video a like or push it onto the YouTube algorithm. The players are coming out now. Me and Justin, we got connection together, so we are primed for Justin's commentary as well. How good was Shearer's co-commentary the other day?
You know what? I nearly tweeted that the other day. He's so much better as a co-commentator than he is a pundit. I really think that. He's great. He gives good, incisive insight into the game. He's sharp. He's got a bit of sense of humour as well. I like him as a co-com, to be honest, and not so much in the pundit role.
Yeah, I just thought he was really refreshing. I don't know whether he's. I don't think I've ever heard him co-commentate before.
I think he has done it occasionally, not very often.
Yeah, so it's sort
is
of.
Kiefer Moore absolutely massive, or is Dan James really short?
I think it's a bit of.
It's a bit of both, is it? Because he looks massive. Kiefer Moore does.
So potentially England win the group. Do we play Sunday?
Sunday at 7, yeah. If we finish runners up, it's Saturday 7 o'clock. Sunday 7 o'clock if we win the group.
Cool. And I tipped Ecuador, didn't I, in this tournament, and they've now gone out. You were banging the drum for Senegal, weren't you?
I do like Senegal, yeah. I think they're a good side. I hope I don't live to regret that. But yeah, as I say, they've got a lot of pace, power. The African nations have got a lot of that, in abundance. They're big, they're strong, they're quick. I mean, Senegal, don't forget, they've done it without their main man as well, Mane. So that's takes some doing. Is you're losing your main focal point, and you still qualify at the groups. So yeah, I will not be taking them lightly. Should we face them in the next round.
Oh, I'm getting a bit nervous. I am. Don't know why.
Well, it's like you can equate it to like an FA Cup game, can't you? It's the favourites against the underdogs, and in a one-off game, obviously anything can happen. You would like to think the quality we possess, we will win the game, but I thought that against America, and the performance they put out was pretty woeful, wasn't it? So I still think we'll win the game. I think I'm predicting a possible 3-1 England.
Yes, everyone's asking in the comments score predictions then, so far away, and I'll put them on the screen. What are you gone for, Justin?
I was going to say 3-0, but I've got a feeling they might nick something from a set piece, maybe.
I'm not having these scoring against us. Not having it.
No, I mean,
2-0 England for me.
It might even be that I know we was talking on the group earlier, and Ryan's got a fancy that Wales might even nick one early from a set play or a corner or something, like a long ball, knock down, scramble in the box. And then it's up to us then to really have a go at him. But I just fancy us to win the game. I really do. I think our quality should show. We've got good players on the bench as well, with all the players we just spoke about. So should things not be going well, you've got a Grealish to come over, yeah. So hopefully, I'm glad Bellingham's in, because when I heard that Henderson was playing, I feared that he might have left Bellingham on the bench, which would have been a travesty for me. But interesting times. I mean, the back four, Davis is good, isn't he? Spurs player. Rodin was at Spurs. I think he's on loan now, isn't he? Somewhere else. I do like Ampadu. They're probably a bottom half Premier League team, aren't they?
Nah, not Premier League.
Don't you think?
Nah, no way, man. No way.
Well, Mepham, Rodin, I think the back four all play in the Premier League, don't they? Or did do.
I don't know, man.
Joe Allen obviously has. I mean, the problem is the players that are at the end of their career now. So Ramsey, Bale, and Allen back in the day would have, quality players, weren't they? They've had the moments. Yeah, I think they'd do all right in the Premier League. I think they'd struggle bottom half, but I think they'd be okay. They're no worse than
don't say Villa.
They're no worse than a Forest, are they?
Don't know.
I was going to say Villa.
Play for Forest, don't they?
Well, the right back doesn't he? Nico Williams.
Well, I'll as soon as the game kicks off, I'll let you know when it's kicked off, so you know where we're at. Everyone watching, make of that what you will. You'll know where you are then. But me and Justin, I think we are bang on
in sync.
Yeah,
in perfect harmony tonight.
Definitely. That graphic that's just got on the TV is the same as I put on for the team as well.
So Bale's giving it loads to him. I mean, they're very. The one thing about the Welsh, I'm a big rugby fan as well, and they are very, very passionate nation, sporting pride.
Do you know what, Justin? I'm quarter Welsh, mate.
What?
I've got a bit of Welsh blood in me.
Anyway, it's been lovely seeing you all. Speak to you later.
Oh, no, Justin. I have.
You've dropped that one at the last minute.
Passion for this bloody football club I support.
They are very passionate. So, they're not. Their football team isn't as good as their rugby team, but let's just hope we can do a professional, solid job tonight. No worries, no panicking, nobody sent off. Let's just get through and get into the next round, and then the proper tournament kicks off then, doesn't it? Here we go. Just about to kick off.
So it's underway. That is where we are. The game has kicked off. See how this one pans out. Hopefully, it's better than what we witnessed on Friday.
I'd take for better than the America game, but not as good as the Iran game. I think somewhere in the middle, I'd take that. That's about a 2-0 England win, isn't it? I'd say.
Yeah.
And the good thing about listening to the watch along and watching it on the telly is you don't have to listen to Jermaine Genius commentating.
I was just about to say the same thing.
It could be worse. It could have been Danny Murphy.
It's your favourite, Justin?
I don't know. Some of them are awful, aren't they?
Love bleeds in the chat. Has your hat come yet? And I know you were saying that it hasn't come yet. So has it come yet or not? That's what I need to know.
I was going to wear mine tonight because it's cold down here, but I've put my heater on.
It is, isn't it? A little bit of a scrappy start. Good few headers from either side.
Just trying to have a look and see how we're setting up. Definitely Rice is playing in the holding. I wonder if Rice will play as a single sort of pivot and then the two in front of him. Almost like an inverted Christmas tree formation as it's Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's just feeling each other out in these early stages.
Love leads. Drop an email. Our email address is in our about on the channel. So email me and then I'll send you another one because I don't think it's got to you. It should have got to you by now anyway. So let me know.
We've got no tracking on it.
No.
Tentative start, shall we say? 2 minutes in.
Yeah, we're at 2 minutes 22 now.
Do you know what? This formation looks more like 4-1-4-1, you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like a back four, Rice sitting in the middle of between the four midfielders and the back four, and Henderson and Bellingham playing as sort of more attacking centre midfielders, with Foden seemingly on the right and Rashford on the left, which is interesting. I mean, do we need a holding player? You know, would it be better going 4-4-2 even and playing Wilson?
Keeping possession now.
Yeah, hopefully England will settle into possession and, you know, we can just probe them.
Someone's put tentative meaning crap.
Yeah, let's give it 10 minutes first. We need to keep it, not that it matters particularly for our game, but we'll keep an eye on. I'll keep the Iran game on my phone so we can keep an eye on that game.
Yeah, that's 0-0 currently.
Yeah, we'll keep the current standings up. So as it stands, it's as it was. For those that obviously don't know, we're top with 5 points. Iran are second with 4. America are third with 3. And Wales are bottom with 2. So interesting that America have got to beat Iran to qualify. So it would be a shock if Iran qualified from this group, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Iran have done well, haven't they?
Yeah.
I mean, to come back from that defeat in the opening game.
Yeah, absolute tatering we gave them, definitely. But yeah, it would be a shock, wouldn't it, them getting through? I mean, the draws all round and nothing changes, does it? It's a good long ball to Rashford. Didn't control it very well. Looks like it gone out of play. Wonder why they're playing Rashford on the left. He likes to put him on his wrong foot, doesn't he? Cutting inside, I suppose. I mean, is Phil Foden, is that his best position, playing right wing? No.
Not really, no. It's like a little compromise, isn't it?
Yeah, he plays sort
Where
of.
did Southgate say he couldn't play the other day? Central midfield.
I don't know. Did he say like in the 6? You mean?
I think he said something like it wasn't the right game for him because he can't play. He can't play
Which is a
somewhere.
ridiculous comment because there was 3 players that were playing in the position where he can comfortably play, in the 3 behind the front man. So I don't understand it. But at least the one thing I'm grateful of that he's realised that Mason Mount hasn't turned up in this tournament.
Yeah. Wales have a free kick inside their own half.
We just don't want to give them a foothold in the game. I think that's the key thing now. 4-2-2-2. Someone said. I don't know. It definitely looks like a 4-1-4-1.
Rashford back to Rice. Did you watch Brazil the other day, Justin?
Yeah.
Good work.
Thought they were workmanlike, which is unusual for a Brazilian team, isn't it? You don't say that normally. But they've got the job done, haven't they?
Yeah. Who do you think's looking the best? And everyone in the chat.
I like Spain at the moment, and nobody spoke about Spain before the tournament. I mean, the interesting thing in that Spain and Germany game, which was funny, they both started with false 9s, didn't they? And then nothing happened until they both put proper number 9s on. And then Morata comes on and the big German centre forward, and all of a sudden goals start going in. So it doesn't always work that well, does it? The false 9. Sometimes you have just got to have a striker on the pitch. Yeah. It's very, very bitty, this game, isn't it? First 6-7 minutes.
Yeah. Settled down yet. Probably suiting Wales, isn't it?
A lot of giving the ball away and
getting
short passes, yeah. Don't look sharp. That's where I want to see Kane there.
Wales looking to counter.
Yes, again, poor Bale. I know a few Welsh fans. Is there any Welsh fans in the chat tonight? There might be 1 or 2. Bale looks the most finished out of all of the senior sort of experienced players. When you think of the likes of Ronaldo, Messi, Modric, Bale, I'm putting those all in the category of sort of last World Cups. Bale looks the one that's far off the pace than all those.
Yeah, Modric was good the other day, wasn't he? Croatia.
Yeah.
I thought he had a really good game.
When I watch Modric, I just think he's economical with the ball, isn't he? Yeah. He doesn't overdo it. He knows his limitations. He's quality when he picks the ball.
You know when Modric gets the ball, it looks like he's got 3 or 4 seconds on the ball to do.
He makes it look easy, doesn't
whatever he wants. Pirlo was the same. He's just,
and he always positions himself in positions where he can affect the game the most, that's what you want. That's where you want your creative players, isn't it? In that final third, picking a bit like Foden. This is why I don't want to get on his back after 8 minutes, but playing Phil Foden in right wing, are you getting the best out of Phil Foden? Obviously, we can't hear the commentary, so we don't know what the experts are saying. But for me, Phil Foden is your 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is why if you had Saka, Foden, and Grealish, your 2 men can stretch the game, and your Foden can just sit behind Kane dictating the game, like we were saying about Modric, picking up pockets and trying to create things, making things happen.
One of my little frustrations about, like any team, like you've got to pick players, but play them in a system.
Here we go. Harry Kane through to Rashford.
Great save.
That's good. Good from Stones, that was. Into Kane. Lovely little through ball to Rashford. You would hope he would do better there. Especially clean through, middle of goal. Keeper's done well. Come out, block the shot. It's a first chance to England then. 9 minutes in. She's a bit better from England. A bit sharper, crisper passing. Better movement.
Speeded it up a little bit.
Hopefully they'll show that again. It wasn't a good move.
He was out off his line pretty quick, wasn't he, the keeper?
Yeah, he did well, to be fair. You still fancy your strikers to put them away, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we're at 9:53 minutes wise.
Luke Shaw. Yeah, hopefully the fullbacks will get on as well, a bit further forward. Oh, Shaw's just trying to feed it into Kane and not a good pass again. I do like Kyle Walker as well at right back because I think he gives you that physicality, doesn't he? And he's got good pace. Foden on the ball now, inside right. Walker on the touchline, cuts it back to Henderson. Bit of a shite ball in, to be fair, Henderson. Too flat.
England starting to
much
churn
better
out
now.
possession.
Yeah,
It's
much
quicker.
better now. Last 2-3 minutes, we started to pop the ball around much better. You would hope that the possession stats will be pretty weighted in our favour as well, I think. I mean, 70-30 at the moment in England's favour. Wales got it all to do, I think, based on this first 10 minutes. Fullback's very high again, Luke, by the look of it.
Yeah.
You can, though, can't you, with Rice playing? Maybe that's why he's playing 4-1-4-1, so he can effectively play 3 centre-halves. Rice just acting as that cover in front of the back two.
Yeah, if you look where Rice was, then he sort of went to like a third centre-back, but right, and then now he's running centrally, So
there is a bit of fluidity in the formation. Yeah. They've just got to use the brain cells a bit. I mean, it's a bit of a hopeful ball.
Anyone in the chat, what's the atmosphere sound like? Decent? Not great?
They haven't shown the chance again, have they, yet?
No, the broadcasters are a bit slow now. I think, was it Bale scored, was it yesterday? And they never showed, he went to VAR, disallowed, and never showed nothing on the TV for about 3 minutes. And I was like, it's been disallowed and we don't even know what for.
Yeah. It's the host nation, isn't it? That they're in charge of the TVs, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then they just feed off them. No silly mistakes at the back. We don't want anything like that tonight. Yeah, look at that again. It's definitely fullbacks pushing on. Rice anchoring. Bellingham.
Well, I think Stones and Maguire last game were good with the ball, though, weren't they?
Yeah, I like John Stones. I do. I still can't have Maguire. I think he's been far more effective in the opposition box than our box this game. This tournament, sorry. That's a handball.
Yeah, handball.
Free kick to England in a good position.
What is the USA score?
0-0. 13 minutes gone. And there's been America have had 2 goal attempts and 1 on target. 67% possession for America, so you would think that so far they're dominating the game. If I had to say, I'd say America will beat them. Let's hope for good delivery.
73% possession.
Hopefully it looks like a Luke Shaw or Rashford from the left-hand side, just outside the corner of the penalty box. It's going to be Luke Shaw. Quite a high line at the edge of the box as well, so there's a lot of room there to run into if they time the runs well. Ball comes in. It's towards the back post, cleared comfortably. Foden. He's gone for it. He's dragged it. Dragged it wide. Yeah, he's just pulled it, hasn't he, towards the left-hand side of goal. Yeah. Looks like Phil Foden's took his hairdresser with him anyway.
They've all had a fresh trim in now. Bellingham's
have you been over there, have you?
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
Be a good gig to get, wouldn't it?
You're the one that's schmoozing with the footballers recently, though, aren't you?
Yeah, 1 or 2, yeah. 1 or 2. Been having a few cheeky chats. Trying to get them all on the pod.
Yeah.
Got 1 or 2 in the pipeline coming up.
gave a couple of spud the other day as well, didn't you?
The Villa youth.
Love it that they get that match fuel ready, aren't they?
That's it. I'll make sure what they have on the spuds is healthy.
I had one today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Good lad.
Yeah.
That's Foden. Oh. Yeah, it's all England, isn't it? Comfortably all England. Don't think we've seen anything attack-wise from Wales so far. 15 minutes in. We all still comfortable.
All right so far.
Everyone's still confident we're going to win this game. It's looking all right so far.
Foden's on the ball. Out to Henderson. Walker. We've gone backwards.
Walker's passing's a little bit off, but I suppose that could be, due to his lack of game time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perhaps that's why he's chucked him in today to try and get him, some minutes on the pitch before we play. Hopefully getting deeper into the tournament. I think he's our first choice right back. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I've just seen that comment from Cloudy about having Rashford hanging over the ball when we had that free kick. When you think about it, it doesn't make much sense, does it, when he's such a big unit as well? And he'd be such a threat. That's a nice little flick on from Kane, but didn't come to anything. Yeah, you'd want your players like that in the box, wouldn't you? Another free kick.
Box.
Are we saying this is within range of a shot?
Yeah, but I never understand. Kane's never on free kicks, is he?
No. He might be on this one, possibly. I mean, we haven't got Trippier tonight, have we?
No.
Trippier? No, it's just say Trippier. Got it right.
You have Trippier.
Trippier. I was calling him Trippier and I got called up on it. So I've learnt from that one. Well, Rashford looks like...
How many we got around this one? Rice, Foden...
I mean, Declan Rice always fancies himself for free kicks. No, looks like Henderson and Foden are going to be the shields. It's going to be Shaw or Rice, by the look of it. I would put my money on Luke Shaw at the moment. You'd want the left footer, really. This is for Villa fans. This is Conor Hourihane range, isn't it?
Yeah,
whipping it round the wall.
Rice loves a good little smack, though, don't he?
Yeah. I saw a free kick the other day, actually, about this angle. I remember Hourihane scored one. I think we was in the Championship, and they shifted the ball to the left about a foot, and that extra foot allowed him that room to whip it round the inside of the wall into the left-hand side. I wonder why they don't, try more things like that. Oh, they have shifted it. No, they've dinked it to the back post. Oh, no, it's come to nothing. They dinked it back to the back post. Maguire tried to head it back across, but he's headed it out of play.
That routine, man.
It looked like a pre-organised routine, but it wasn't very well executed, was it? Funny, again, coming back to what Cloudy says, you've got 4 players there around the ball, just ready to flick that ball in. Wouldn't you be better off doing just what he's done there and whipping it to the back post, but having more men in the box?
Yeah.
Giving you a better chance of getting that flick on and the second ball. Do you really need 4 of them around it?
Everyone that's watching, make sure you hit the like button on the stream as well. And if you are watching, you're not subscribed, subscribe. They haven't offered much yet, have they, Wales?
No, this is what I'm saying. They're going to rely on...
You can't see what their tactic is at the minute, can you? Like sometimes, there might be a couple of long balls or, something into a channel. They haven't really shown anything.
In the first game, he made a point of saying they were going to try and use pace, but it didn't work. But they changed it at half-time and put Kiefer Moore on, and he changed the game. They were a much, much better team second half. And then Kiefer Moore started the last game, and they weren't great at all. I mean, they did well to hold it to 0-0 until they got the players sent off, and then they fell apart then. So I'm not really sure what they're trying to do here, but ultimately they're playing their best players, aren't they? So I mean, Ramsey's trying his best to press. It seems like Ramsey's playing just in behind Kiefer more. But based on the first 20 minutes, I'm certainly not concerned about Gareth Bale.
Yes.
Wait for him to smash one in the top corner from 25 yards out. Again, I think Foden's he's out of the game on that right-hand side. He's not been involved enough in the game, is he?
No. It's still hard work, don't it?
Yeah, you know what he'll do? He'll leave it till about the 80th minute, or 60th, 70th minute. He'll take Foden off after playing him out of position all game. Kane definitely don't look fit either. I know Conte said the last game before they came to the World Cup that Kane was absolutely shattered. So I don't know what's up with him. He doesn't look like prime Kane at the moment, does he?
No.
Perhaps he just needs a goal. Here we go. Nice overlap on the right. Walker. Oh, it's slowed down again.
I mean, it's like trapped it and knocked it back.
Yeah. It was a nice break, and then it all just come to a grinding halt.
When you're watching the top teams in this tournament, like France and Brazil, like when they get motoring and that like one-touch football, it just carves teams open. But we seem to like
it's a bit better down the left.
The ball a bit too much.
Sure, Foden's. Oh, no, is it Foden? No, Henderson back post. Kept the ball in play. Walker. He's cut back to Declan Rice, edge of the box. He's got Henderson. Nice ball across, nobody in the middle. Cleared comfortably. That was better.
Yeah, quicker.
We've dominated without dominating. Does that sound... you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
We've dominated the game without really pushing home the advantage of having so much possession. Another free kick on the right-hand side. So hopefully we might maybe make one of these free kicks count.
Yeah, so 22 minutes gone. Got 3 shots, 1 on target, 75% possession.
Anybody fancy Slabhead for the first goal?
He's always lively in the box, isn't he?
He's been very good, as I say. He's been very good in their penalty box. It's going to be Henderson. Oh, it was Maguire, but he's got underneath it, didn't he?
Rashford kept it in on the left-hand side.
He's had a go. Nothing. Oh, play it down. I think he's took it in the mush. I don't know. It's off the top of his head. So halfway through the first half, it's okay, isn't it? Yeah, I agree, Claudia. I think he is injured, to be honest. I know they've come out a couple of times and said he's okay, but I really don't think he is. But I suppose the question is, would you rather have, say, an 80% Kane or 100% Wilson, which is the option off the bench, isn't it? And given his track record, Kane is very good, isn't he? It's a bit like when, finally getting to see the chance again after 20
a big chance, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, it was. Good from Kane. Class from Kane. Lovely weighted ball. Maybe he could have just took a touch around the keeper, maybe.
I was thinking that.
He's gone for the first time and he's surely seen the keeper flying off the line. So maybe a little bit cute in the box, just a little touch around the keeper. And the keeper's committed himself, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was off his line quick, weren't he? So
yeah. I think that's the difference between like your top bracket of striker, isn't it? That sharp thinking that,
Sarko's put, is anyone really bored? It
It's
does
not.
just feel a
Yeah,
bit flat, doesn't it? It is a bit flat.
it feels like an inevitable. Do you know what it feels like at the moment? It feels like this is gonna. I mean, looks like Ian Rush looks like he's fallen asleep. It feels like we're just going to win the game 1-0. At some point, we'll get a goal, and that'll be it. We'll be through. I mean, Wales are never going to roll over, are they? So you have got to create things, and we've created one very good chance, and the rest has been a little bit huff and puff and nothing happening, hasn't it? Have we got that bit of class to open them up? We've certainly got the personnel, haven't we, on the pitch to do it? You would think. Great touch from Kiefer Moore.
I mean, this for me
Yeah.
this is a Grealish game, surely.
I thought so. I
Someone who
thought,
can just beat a man and drive us forward.
but we haven't seen that Grealish off the bench this tournament, have we? At the Euros, when he came on, he made a difference in every game. But my worry is he's bringing his Man City form now because he's been asked to do a totally different job at City than he was at Villa. You know, he's more measured when he picks the ball up nowadays, isn't he? He doesn't look to pick the ball up and go past people as his first choice. Nowadays, it's pick the ball up, stop, keep possession, look for a teammate. That's his game at the moment, isn't it? Which works well for City because you've got players all over the place, they all do that, don't they? I'd like to see him back to his Villa days when he picked the ball up.
You've got Foden and Bellingham both running for the same ball.
Yeah, I just don't like Foden the right hand side. I think he's wasted. We were all crying out for him in the last game, and he gets a start tonight, and he's playing in right wing. I'm really, I'm a little bit flummoxed by it, really. I mean, it's fair play to him. He's running himself into the ground, trying to make things happen. But he's just not seeing enough of the ball in the areas where he can affect the game the most, which for me is centre mid. He's a link player, isn't he? He's a player that can pick the ball up in tight spots and create a yard and pick a pass. He's playing him on the right hand side, the best place for Phil Foden. I really don't think it is.
Yeah, Wales are getting on the ball a little bit now.
Do we need 3 centre midfielders? Oh, we are. Kane. Oh, he could have gone early then to Rashford. See what I mean about Kane now? He's having to come deeper and deeper now. Pick the ball up deeper and deeper to try and make things happen. I don't think we need Henderson, Rice and Bellingham. That's my gut instinct now. After half an hour, for all our possession, we're not creating enough chances, are we?
No. It's just not dynamic enough, is it?
No, I mean, without disrespecting Wales too much, they're not a great side, are they? I mean, if we do play Senegal, watching them earlier, they are going to be a real handful for us. We're going to have to up our game a lot to compete with them. Because they won't sort of sit off us that Wales are doing and let us keep the ball. They'll be in our faces. And with Ismail Assar running at you, they're going to be a much more of a threat than we've seen in the whole tournament, probably.
He'll pose a real threat.
Yeah, I thought he was very good today for him.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, they play a sort of 4, a bit similar to what we're playing, actually, looking at this 4-1-4-1. With Dia up front and Ismail Assar the one side and Ndai on the other side. With our mate Idrissa Idrissa Gana Gay on the one side and Pape Gay on the other. Marseille. I mean, they've got very good players that play all over Europe. You got players that play for Marseille in the Premier League, Italy. Koulibaly, good. The two centre halves. One plays for Leipzig, one plays for Chelsea. They're going to be a left back plays for Monaco, Betis. Keeper's decent, plays in England. It's going to be a very tough ask Sunday. That's better. Yeah. Good one too on the edge of the box. Foden and Henderson. Henderson now. The fullbacks are definitely trying to get forward and help.
Yeah, they are.
Foden again on the right. Henderson going backwards again. We just don't seem to be able to open them up, do we? Harry Maguire trying to go. Is that a shot or?
Is that a shot or a cross? He's dribbled in the box like Thierry Henry.
Oh, Gana Gay suspended. Somebody's just said Matthew Boswell. Thank you. That'll be a bonus then because he's looked good for him in this tournament.
Maguire, man.
Yeah, it's not filling us with confidence again, is it?
No, it's not.
I mean, again, Rashford there, chance to pick the ball, and he's giving it away. I mean, Henderson, what's that? I mean, you look at the best teams in this tournament, and I'm talking the ones that I've seen. The best teams have been Spain, Brazil,
France.
They've got midfielders that hold onto the ball and use the ball. We've got midfielders like Henderson that there was no one around him then. 5 yards, he was in loads of space, and instead of just getting the ball down and trying to start something, he's hooked the ball aimlessly over his head and out of play.
Do you know what, right? I watched Belgium, and I think they are terrible. Right?
They are for the players they've got.
They're playing really, really bad. So I watched both their games and thought, you know what, these are crap. And we look just like what they look like.
Well, they've got the same problem as what we've got, a rubbish manager. A squad full of quality and a manager that doesn't know how to get the best out of them. You know the first change will be today, don't you?
What?
Mason Mount will come on. He will. He'll take Foden off and put Mount on. See, every time Foden gets the ball, like that little passage of play there, he's looking to be intricate, little 1-2s, bit of space.
Yeah, but it's going the wrong way.
Well, that's him.
Right, that little 1-2 with Henderson and Rice. Henderson should have then shifted it to the left, not back to Rice down the right. It just, I don't know, man. It's just they're not clever enough for me. You know what we were saying about Modric?
Yeah.
Like,
well, Foden's our Modric, isn't he? Let's be right. He's the player that's got all those abilities. It looks like the right backer took a clunk on the head of the ball. Might not be able to continue here. Second time they've been on to him, I think. Yep, looks like there's going to be a change. Is this Gunter?
I'm not sure. I mean, considering they need to win this game, they've not really come out the blocks.
No, I think they know they probably haven't got. The best way of winning the game is to stay in it as long as possible and try and nick something, I think. It is negative. I do think that. They are trying to create things, but there's just, I don't know what it is. Is it the wrong personnel at the wrong places? Well, looking at another 10 minutes injury time here, I think. Unfortunately. A lot of Scotland flags there, isn't there?
Our mate Ryan's there, isn't he?
Yeah, Ryan. That's why he's not here tonight. He's gone to Scots.
Well, we're currently topping the group with 5 points.
Roberts.
And as it stands, Iran are going through with 4 points.
So Nico Williams is off. It looks like Connor Roberts from Burnley is going to replace him. He don't look too happy about coming off, but it looks like that head injury has done for him.
Someone said Justin looks like he's playing video games.
I'd have more fun, to be honest.
Rachel's put, is it two negative tactics?
I don't know because we've had a lot.
You go through a whole qualifying campaign. We come up against teams that play a low block majority of the times. Again, we're playing against a team with a low block that just want to defend, and we're finding it really difficult to find any room, any space, carve them open, create any chances. It does need some players to sort of, take a little bit of responsibility of themselves and just, instead of playing it backwards, sideways, just dribble and move with it a bit quicker, maybe.
I think the personnel in the team changes haven't helped. I really do. I think he should have kept it. That's better play. Rashford. Foden. Oh, he's over the bar.
That was nice. Quicker, intricate, little flick.
Nice break down the right. Nice little 1-2. Rashford back heel. 2 back heels. 3 back heels. And then Foden. He's just tried to bend it in the top corner, hasn't he? But he's just got underneath it.
But that was quicker, and we stretched them.
Yeah. I think, like I was saying, I think for me, he should have kept the same formation, the 4-2-3-1. I think throwing Henderson in there, I think it's muddled them up. I'm sure they've worked on this because he ain't going to just have like an hour before kickoff said this is what we're going to do. So they would have worked on this in training. So they should be ready and knowing what they're doing. But
Bale's coming forward on the left-hand side. Ramsey. Oh, shot from the edge of the box, blocked. England break with Rashford on the left-hand side. Driving forward. Cuts inside. We've slowed the move down.
I just think the 3 behind Kane works better. I mean, Bellingham, we haven't really seen Bellingham at all, have we?
Rashford! Oh, bicycle kick. There's a goal coming. I think there's a goal coming. Starting to get a little bit, chances are coming.
It's literally boring the hell out of me, this is.
There's a little bit of action there, Justin. Where's your enthusiasm?
I don't know. It's gone. He went after the last tournament with his planking charge.
Oh.
He's took a risk there, Maguire, hasn't he? As he Stones.
Playing it out from the back.
Oh, Henderson's won it back. Good header. Right, let's break. Go on.
Driving forward.
He's
Kane.
past 2. Feeds it into Rashford.
Corner. There's something coming. There's a goal coming. I can sense
Yeah,
it.
we've been better on the break in the last 5 minutes, haven't we? We've broke much faster, and Foden through the middle, look at that, taking two people on it. How much does that affect the game when someone can take a couple of players on it? Opens it up a treat. He's unlucky there, Rashford. To be fair, it looks like he's tried to cut it back to. I think it was Bellingham coming in on the edge of the box, but they've blocked it well. I'm going for a John Stones goal now, header. Foden with the corner. No, crikey, where's he gone with that? Nearly put it out of the stadium.
Where's McPhee when you need him?
Super Austin.
Another corner.
And when you look at the possession, 75%, 6 shots. They've had 25% and 1 attempt. That's it. They've had no corners.
USA are beating Iran.
Oh, yeah, just seen that. Pulisic, 38 minutes.
So as it stands, we're both on 5 points.
But our goal difference is better, isn't it?
Yeah. They'd need... Well,
Need to score another 3. Yeah, they need to score another 3, I think. Might need to score 4 more, actually.
Yeah.
Because we'd be level on goal difference, we'd be on more goals scored.
Right, in the chat then, how many minutes added on have we got? I'll go 6.
I'm going 9.
9.
9, yeah. Well,
just
I heard
your brain just
I heard
loves
yesterday.
big numbers, doesn't it? It just loves big numbers.
I do like big numbers, yeah. I heard yesterday, not that it's going to worry us in this half, but apparently when there's a goal scored, they stop in the watch while the celebrations are going ahead. Because there's been lots of I think there was one where the whole of the bench ran on over the other side of the pitch, didn't they? And I think he had to book one of the substitutes in the end. So they've basically, when there's a goal scored, they're stopping the watch until the restart. And that's why there's been in some of the games where there's been high scoring, there's been a lot of injury time. Yeah, I'm going for 9. We've had an 11, a 5, 2 8s. Stuart Richards, I do agree with you. It'd be nice if it was -3. I think we can all agree that Gareth Bale's finished now as a top flight footballer.
Yeah, but there could be a little shithouse coming.
Yeah. Anybody could have a good shot, can't they? I mean, I didn't think that was a foul, to be fair. I think we should have stopped these watch-alongs after the Iran game.
We started with a bang, didn't we?
Start with a bang. They've been downhill ever since. Perhaps we should just stop doing England watch-alongs. That's a nice crossfield pass to Luke Shaw on the left. Little ball inside to Rashford. No, Bellingham. Back to... No.
Oh, Rice was going to smack it. Rashford.
Oh, it's 2-minute overload on the left. Bellingham. Oh, it's defended well there, to be fair. Minute to go. See if we can get something from a set play.
Foden corner.
No. They've defended well from set play.
Aren't they?
They've defended well from set plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this now, America winning is what Wales needed. So they've got a -2 goal difference, and Wales have got America have got +1. So they've got to score 4. So, 5 minutes. Oh, who said 5? A few people said 5, I think. Cloudy said 5, and
got 5.
Paul Harrison said 5. Thank God it's only 5. Do we think any changes at half time?
Oh, come on, Justin.
I mean, we know the answer's no, but I mean, I'm just thinking who would you like to come on? I mean, that's terrible from
It's poor,
Rashford.
isn't it? So poor.
That's a foul. I mean, we've done okay. Let's try and be positive. We've done okay.
So, what do you feel like we've done well at?
I thought we walked out the tunnel fantastically well.
We sang the national anthem well.
Yeah. What have we done well? Well, we've had a lot of possession. We've created one excellent chance where Rashford should have scored. So really, we should be ahead. We've had a couple of nice little moves, intricate passing moves that nearly led to something. But overall, it's been a bit disappointing again, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm disappointed in Wales that they haven't really had a go. They seem to be happy just to sit back. I do wonder if Rob Page has almost accepted that they're going home, that it would have took a miracle result to qualify. So maybe he's giving the ball away. Alan, Kane, edge of the box, feeds it through to Bellingham. Shaw across. No, cleared. I do wonder whether he's maybe set him up to just try and forget everything else and try and win this game. So maybe he's trying to just say, let's keep it tight for 60 minutes and then try and nick something at the end. And, a World Cup win is, fantastic for Wales if they can beat us. They'd be over the moon with that, wouldn't they? So a 1-0 win against England in a World Cup finals would be a massive achievement. So maybe he's just done that. He said, right, let's keep it tight in the first half, first 20 of the second, and then have a bit of a go at the end. See what happens.
Corner, across the goal, kept it out.
It'll be interesting to set half time what they say in the studio, because we've seen it as pretty not great, not really as aggressive as I'd like us to be, as attacking as I'd like us to be. But Wales have defended well, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've shown little desire to get forward and try and score a goal. So I suppose that makes it much harder to open teams up when, their intent is to sit back. Maybe they could sucker punch us right at the end. Maybe if they'd have only needed to win, say, 1-0 or 2-0, we'd have seen a different Wales.
They've got a throw in, edge of the 18-yard box with about 30 seconds to go of this half. This flies in now. It's a long throw. Matty Cash vibe. Oh, Alan. Oof.
Oh, it's not a bad effort.
Not a bad effort. I thought that was going in when it left his foot.
I agree with Sarko, about possession isn't. It's an overrated stat, isn't it, possession? I think it's a stat which we've used to know you use if you're not playing well, because you want anything to hang on to, don't you? So you
Yeah,
say, okay, we're playing crap, but we've had better possession, and that's it. Half time, we're playing all right, but we've had more possession, and ultimately the only stat that really matters in football is scoring goals, isn't it?
yeah.
So overall, disappointing half.
Very disappointing. Everyone go and get a drink or whatever. We'll go and get a cup of tea or something. I'll put the stats of the half on the screen. Don't mean nothing today. And we'll be back for the second half as well. So in a bit. Here we go. So England are back on the pitch along with Wales. The half-time analysis, I've been listening to it.
A
Sharing it
load of rubbish.
for a moment of magic, didn't they?
I just don't know what they're I don't know what they're seeing. They just spent all half trying to back up. Has he taken Bale off?
No, I don't think so.
How much he's got the captain's armband on? Didn't Bale come out as captain? They spent all half trying to back up. I'm just trying to see if he's gone off. No, he hasn't. Trying to back up Gareth Southgate, saying he'd be pleased. Oh, he'll be pleased they've kept possession. We've played against an average Wales team that's got zero intent on trying to get forward, and we've had 2 shots on target.
Yeah, it's not great.
I'm so struggling with it. I know I have been for a long time, and I'm probably overly negative now because I'm so fed up of Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, apparently he has took Bale off.
All right, I thought I'd seen that. Yeah, because he was captain, wasn't he? I'm not surprised. Yeah, he has. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's finished, isn't he, Bale?
Yeah,
Absolutely finished. He offered nothing at all in that half.
right. I want to see a big half from England.
I mean, I'm sorry. If you want to win the World Cup, you've got to win these games comfortably.
Yeah, I mean, as it currently stands, if Wales get a win here, we're playing Holland.
Yes, we have got to take that into account, haven't we? Yeah.
So this half's quite big because,
as I say,
I wouldn't want to play Holland if I'm being honest.
I'm not. I wouldn't be so sure. You know, they fill me with less dread than Senegal. That's a foul, surely. Yep. I don't know. I think you play who you deserve to play, and if we lose to these, then we deserve to finish runners up. But yeah, we just need we need some impetus. We need some fresh legs. We need something, something to give us a foothold in the game.
No, we're always. I mean, this game, the last game, we sat here now, 47 minutes, thinking the subs have got to change this. It's mirrored that same pattern, hasn't it?
Yeah. I'm struggling. I'm struggling to see how we change it without changing, personnel. I mean, Rashford had that chance. Apart from that, he's flattered to deceive. Foden, has he switched it? Is Foden? Rashford seems to be on the right now, so it's Foden on the left. I'm still not sure exactly where Bellingham and Henderson are supposed to be playing. That's better from Foden. See,
free kick edge of the
mark. So seeing what he's done there, right, by picking the ball up, and he's had to run 30 yards from the left hand side. He's gone past 2 or 3 players. Wouldn't you want him more central? A player that can do that. Put him in the middle of the park, because if he takes 2 people on in the middle of the park, he's either clean through or he's laying the ball off for somebody that's in space.
Let's see how creative. We've got the same boys over this one as we had for that one before. So is it going to be sort of the dinker to the back post, header across goal?
I think it'll be the bloke in row Z's going to have to duck. I think it's going to be Rashford by the look of it. Yeah, he's taking a long run up. He's got it in his locker. Rashford. Oh, what a goal!
What a free kick!
I did say
Rashford.
he's got it in his locker, and there
What?
it is. He's took it out of his locker and he smashed it in the top corner.
What a free kick that is.
Quality.
That's class, man.
That's
That is
better.
class. But positivity, weren't it? Foden coming off, running,
Yeah, Foden running at
the
people.
foul, and then what a free kick from Rashford that is.
Yeah,
that's class, man.
Yeah, it's a world class free kick. That is.
That's brilliant.
Quality. It's what we said, yeah. I mean, that's what I was calling for Grealish. You know, take people on, make things happen, run past people. They'll either bring you down or you create a chance, don't you?
Right, let's get the intensity going now.
I'm so glad I said he had that in his locker just before he smashed it in the top corner.
Oh, it's a free kick, man.
To be fair, I think the keeper's done poor there. He's gone 2 steps to his right, look.
Yeah,
and he's gone again to the right there. And it's not massively in the top corner. I think the keeper will be disappointed there. I mean, the wall's doing that half, and he's gone 2 steps to his right. I mean, it's a great strike.
He's got it.
Great.
He's got the power and he's got the accuracy.
Yeah, he's got the dip. Yeah. It is a quality strike.
It's the speed of it as well, isn't it?
I think the keeper will be disappointed he hasn't, he hasn't got nearer to that. Well, let's hope that's the spark we needed to get us going. Here we go, 2-0.
Foden, yes.
Here we go.
2-0, that's what I said. Let's get the intensity going.
Well, that's the start to a second half, isn't it?
But that's better, man. But we've been more direct now, you know.
Woken up.
Passing
I
quicker.
Think that first goal's not the stuffing out of Wales, hasn't it? And they've just capitalised there with quality ball across the goal. Foden coming on to it. So pleased Foden scored.
They look like they've come out with a bit of urgency.
God for that.
We say it, Southgate's gone in on them at half time.
It's poor from Wales, giving the ball away, won the ball back, lovely ball back across the face of goal from Kane. They've tried to overplay it, Wales, haven't they? It's dropped lovely to Kane, takes a touch out of his feet, drills it across the 6-yard box. So inviting that is for people running onto it. Bellingham's celebrating the goal before he hits it.
Yeah.
Quality.
But we've won the ball, turned them over quickly, and their defensive shape isn't there.
Well, we're using our better players, aren't we? We know we've got the quality. It's just getting him in the right areas. I mean, Foden there, integral in both of them goals. He made the first one by taking 3 or 4 players on, and then he scored the second. This could get a bit embarrassing for Wales if they're not careful.
Yeah. Everyone in the chat, drop a like on the stream. Just push it out onto YouTube for us. That's a bit better though, Justin, isn't it?
Massively, yeah. You know, we've got it. Like I say, we know the quality's there. It's just making sure we use the quality in the right places, which is I've said it all tournament. Our threat is going forward. If we have to defend, I'll worry about us. You know, we're playing against a team here with zero intent of trying to score a goal. So it is all about, can we open them up? And, we know we've got attacking players of quality. It's just letting them run right in the right areas. And up to now, we haven't done that. But, we know the quality we possess in forward positions. Yeah, I agree. Foden, Andrew, Foden on the left is much more natural, isn't it, than playing him on the right wing. So maybe let's give Gareth a bit of credit when he deserves it. He switched the 2 wide men, and it's paid dividends for him. England look much more hungry now, don't they?
Yeah, pressing better.
Wales look a bit shell shocked. I'll do well here to hold on to this 2.
Well, it's coming forward now. Keith, long ranging cross. Dan James Oh, fired it just wide. So the group as it stands now, England topping it on 7 points, USA on 5.
Be nice to get a few of the few people on the pitch as well. Give them some minutes. Might be worth getting. I think somebody's mentioned it. Maybe getting Maddison on.
Yeah, I think it'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh, deflected off Maguire. Save from Pickford. I thought that was going in. I did.
Oh, I thought it was going in.
Oh,
He's done well to adjust. He's
footed.
done well to adjust there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Luckily, he hadn't committed to going full left, had he? Offside.
Yeah, hopefully we can see Maddison. Still think Kane needs a goal, doesn't he?
Yeah, it'd be nice to get him on the score sheet now.
Yeah,
There
we
we
got
go.
Phillips and Trent.
Trent.
On. Wilson.
He's giving squad players a game now, isn't he? You would think, who do you reckon's off? Obviously, Walker, Henderson. He's not going to take Kane off, surely.
Yeah, he will.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Well, that would point to that he's maybe just doesn't. He's he has got a knock, maybe.
Yeah, Walker's had 56 minutes. This Calvin Phillips' first minutes of the season.
I think he's played about 8 minutes for City, hasn't he? He's taking Rice off. I suppose that makes sense. They're all pretty key for us, aren't they, going forward?
Yeah. So as it stands, we've got Senegal on Sunday.
Yes, 7 o'clock Sunday
7
evening.
o'clock. It's injury. Ben Davies is down.
I've just been called out on Twitter by Ian Taylor.
Have you?
Yeah, I was a bit of a moan about England, and we've scored 2, and he's just put patience, my friend.
We've had a question in the chat about getting a Liverpool ticket. Your brother got one, didn't he, Justy? He was telling me today. 50 something quid, was it?
Yeah, I think he's tried to get one, hasn't he? I think they're on sale now, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're about. You're looking at about.
Depending where you sit,
quid.
aren't they?
Yeah, about 60, something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Villa are in action tomorrow. Cardiff. It's the launch of the Peter Whittingham Foundation tomorrow. So Villa's first game, sort of in this little mini pre-season. So some Villa content will be coming. So that's good. Make sure you all check the latest Transfer Hub video out as well. Marcus Thuram, beast of a striker, linked with Aston Villa, playing at Borussia Mönchengladbach. So have a look at that one at some point. Really exciting player. Just what Aston Villa need, in my opinion.
I think we all know the game is done now for Wales, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just about
get a few more goals, though, won't it?
Yeah, I think it's just about being sensible now, getting minutes into legs of players, like I suppose he's put on. Trent's first game in a World Cup, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Giving Wilson a bit of a run up top as well. Calvin Phillips, obviously. Still got a couple of changes. Oh, that's a nasty tackle.
Yeah.
That's a nasty tackle. Who should we get through? I know I'm jumping the gun, but should we get through against Senegal? Who's the top possibilities in the next round after that?
France.
Oh, is it? Oh dear.
oh, is it? Oh dear.
Yeah, you got Group A runners up versus Group B, which is us, isn't it? So it's us against Senegal, and we would play Group D winners versus Group C runners up. Group D winners is France. Group C runners up. Potentially Argentina.
Yeah, it's not great, is it?
So if they finish runners up Argentina, it's Argentina, France in the next. Can they? They can still qualify, can't they? Yeah, they're currently second. So if Poland and Argentina win, then Argentina would finish runners up in Group C. They would then play France in the round of 16.
Oh.
And then we would play the winners of that if we got through against Senegal. Oh, dear.
Well, it's Matty Cash versus Martinez, isn't it, next?
Oh, do they play each other?
Yeah, they've got to play each other.
Okay.
So this is where this tournament now starts to get interesting, isn't it? That these last group stage matches. So Poland are top of their group, and then they've got Argentina. So
yeah, so basically one of them you would think would win, which would mean whoever wins out the other game qualifies in runners up.
Yeah.
So if as long as there's a winner in the Poland-Argentina game, then whoever wins out of Saudi Arabia and Mexico would finish runners up, which would then go on to play France.
So Poland, the top of their group as it stands now, could potentially go out.
Yeah. So Poland could still go out because if they lose to Argentina and Saudi Arabia win, they Argentina would finish top and Saudi Arabia would finish runners up. So many permutations in these groups, wasn't it?
Yeah. Germany could still.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Let's let's get through this and then beat Senegal first.
No, but that Germany group's interesting as well, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, the third game of the group stages is where the World Cup really starts because it becomes essentially knockout football, doesn't it? Have you seen what's happening in the next World Cup?
No.
48 teams.
Oh my God.
And they're going to be, I think I'm right in saying this, they're going to be, instead of groups of 4, you'll have groups of 3. And one team gets eliminated from each of the groups of 3, and then it goes into straight knockout after that. I think I'll stand to be corrected, obviously, but I think that's what they're talking about. So that's gonna be a hell of a tournament, isn't it? So there'll be 16 groups of 3 teams. So two out of each 3 in the groups go through. Top 2 go through. Third team go out, and then it's straight knockout.
Who's this coming on? Shaw for Trippier.
That well-known left back, Kieran Trippier. Looks like he's having a bit of a question maybe about his ankle. He's pointing towards his foot, wasn't he? So that leaves us one more substitution to make, I think, unless somebody said that we might, if that was a concussion substitution, then we could still make 2 substitutions, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Did you hear what Alan Shearer was saying at half time about that he thinks it's a good idea to bring in the rule that they have in rugby?
What's
where
that?
you can take if a player is potentially concussed, that they can take them off for say 10 minutes to properly assess them, and if they're fit to go back on, they can go back on, or then if not, they just stay off the pitch, and you can put a sub on for 10 minutes while you make your mind up. I don't think that would work in football like it does in rugby.
Don't you?
Well, rugby's, while it's a physical game, you can run on and off, can't you? Whereas football, I think you got to get up to a pace of a game and potentially only be on for 10 minutes. Plus, it's it'd be a bit another stop and start nature to the game, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Imagine though, you bring someone on and he bags a goal, and then you just like, nah, come off now.
Yeah. I'm still not sure whether I like 5 subs.
I think I quite like it, to be fair.
It just changes so much of the game, doesn't it? You're basically changing half of your outfield, aren't you?
Yeah, but
I'm not sure. I think when you're losing, it's great.
It though, doesn't he? Emery absolutely.
Yeah. When you're losing, it's great to have the opportunity to bring 5 players on. Rashford's in down the left. Rashford's in again.
Oh,
yes, 3-0.
Great goal. Rashford's on fire.
Yes, he's done for the second half.
Rashford is on fire.
Yeah, very good.
He's played well second half, Rashford.
I had no problem with Rashford. I thought he did well when he came on and scored in the first game as well. And to be fair to him, he's had a much better season for Man United than he did last year. I wouldn't have took him last year, but this year he's been almost back to his best, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's onside, comfortably onside.
I'll tell you what I do like as well. I like that new offside graphic.
Yeah.
I think it's better than the lines. I think
it gives you the idea, doesn't it? Yeah.
You can clearly see which part is offside.
I think, just go back to the game, he's switching the 2 wide men to their more natural sides has made a huge difference, hasn't it?
Yeah. Poor keeping, though.
I don't know what the keeper's done there.
He's had a bit of a mare, hasn't he?
Just a tiny bit. Yeah, I think he's had a mare this half. Still 1-0 in the American game. Iran look like they're not really causing too many problems. They've only had 2 shots all game, nothing on target. So I think it's comfortable for the United States to qualify.
So they'll play
Holland. Yeah. Be a good game, that will, actually.
Yeah, it will. Some of you are like way behind, aren't you, in the chat? It's like us when we did that first watch along. It was only on about the 20th minute, weren't we, at half time? Yeah, Cloud is about 20 minutes behind. Still 1-0 on iPlayer. Yeah, we watched the first one on iPlayer.
You did?
Yeah, I did. So basically, in my little studio here, I've got a big TV in front of me, which isn't my normal TV. And when I had it, and when I tuned it, it didn't have BBC One on it for some reason. It had everything else. So I had to watch on iPlayer. And I was so far behind. So, yeah, I retuned it. And it got BBC One. So,
it works a treat now, doesn't it?
What's going on?
And I'm watching it in my bar, in my garden.
His little man cave. So we will do the England watch along, and I am going to be doing a few more watch alongs all week as well. So there's going to be lots of content.
Wilson, Rashford. Oh, he saved it. Rashford on for his hat trick. Who'd have thought that? Who'd have said that in the first half?
Exactly.
Corner. Foden on the corner. Are Wales the worst team in this? I don't know, to be honest. Who's worse? I'm trying to think who's worse. Let's have a look at the groups.
Qatar.
No, I know the worst team in it. Qatar. There you go. 1 goal scored. Oh, giving away the edge box? No, nothing coming. I mean, they've spent about £700 billion getting the World Cup, bribing everyone. What they forgot to do is get a football team. Have you seen who's head of the Qatari Football Academy?
No.
Tim Cahill.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely Qatar. I think Wales are a close second, probably with maybe Tunisia. Canada aren't great, although they've looked okay in the games, but they just haven't been able to put the wins on the table. I've been disappointed by Uruguay and Serbia. I mean, the Germans have only got 1 point as well. That'll be an interesting end of third game, the group stages, won't it? The Germany-Spain one.
So on Thursday, I'm going to be doing the Croatia-Belgium watch-along. And then on Friday, I'm going to be doing the Brazil-Cameroon. And then on Saturday, I'll do the Netherlands one as well. And then we'll do England on Sunday. So we got lots of content coming. Yeah, I fancy Croatia. I've done my Super Six. I've put Croatia to win that, to be fair.
Who have they got?
Belgium.
Yeah, I mean, Belgium have been terrible, haven't they?
I mean, remember that? Did you see that first game? I think they gave De Bruyne man of the match, and he was like, "I don't know why they gave me this."
He looks embarrassed, didn't he?
Yeah.
Nope. Super Jack. Looks like it's the last change.
Yeah, Rashford coming off. He's had a good game.
Yes. Well, second half has been very good, yeah. He had that chance in the first half, didn't he, as well?
So, question. Rashford then, does he start the next game?
I think he has to after 2 goals, doesn't he? I think it takes a brave manager to leave someone out that scored twice. I mean, interesting that Sterling and Mount haven't got on the pitch.
About 14 minutes to go in this game.
Perhaps you should switch over and do the the America game. I'll stick the Iran game on for a minute while you're watching that one. See if anything's happening in that game.
Is it still 1-0?
Still 1-0. 16 minutes to go.
Oh, chance.
Foden.
Yeah. Bit of a scramble. Bellingham.
Oh,
Should have scored, to be fair.
good save off the keeper. Yeah, got down well, the keeper there.
Yeah.
Oh, just a bit behind Foden, wasn't it? You know Southgate's going to start Sterling and Mount in the next game. Well, if he does, he wants his head looking at.
Does he start Walker as well or not?
I think so. I think Kyle Walker, for me, is our best right back.
Yeah.
I think the back five picks itself, doesn't it? It's just what he goes with. I think Rice plays. I think Bellingham plays every game. And then do you go back to your three, which I think he will. I can't see him playing Henderson against Senegal. I don't see any benefit in that, really. So it's just who he goes with in the three behind Kane. I think Rashford definitely starts. Yeah, Saka hasn't gone either, has they? So the three that have started the first 2 games in those roles haven't got on the pitch tonight.
I mean, Wales have done good to get to the World Cup, though, haven't they?
Massively, yeah. First World Cup was for 64 years, is it?
Yeah.
Something like that? Yeah, it's a huge achievement for such a small nation. Question from Robert Frost. Am I being unfair to say Bellingham is overrated? Yes, I think that's unfair. I think he's very, very good. I don't think he's been at his best in the last 2 games, if I'm honest. I think the Bellingham in the first game is the Bellingham that he's a top player.
I mean, the Bellingham in the first game's the Dortmund Bellingham.
Yeah, top of his game, Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
And don't forget, the lad's 19. You know, he's not even a seasoned professional yet, is he? He's 19 years old. playing his first World Cup. You know, what he's done at his age is just ridiculous. I think he's got the lot, and I think he'll be a better player for this tournament as well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Rashford's got 3 goals. That's an interesting one, isn't it? He's in the mix for Golden Boot.
Goal scorers. I'll have a look.
What is it? Mbappe? Has Mbappe got 3?
Let's have a look.
Yeah, Mbappe's got 3.
Yeah, so
Mbappe
Mbappe 3, Rashford 3, Gakpo 3.
Yeah, he scored 3 and 3 now, hasn't he? That Gakpo. Enna Valencia's got 3.
They're out, though, aren't they now? So he won't get any more.
Bruno Fernandes 2, Saka 2, Messi 2,
2,
Giroud 2, Richarlison. He's definitely in the mix. I mean, if we get through another couple of rounds and he plays and he gets 1 or 2 more, it's usually 5 or 6, isn't it? Is enough.
Yeah.
To get you the Golden Boot. So yeah.
Ronaldo's was funny yesterday, though, weren't it?
He's what?
Net Ronaldo never touched
honestly.
it, but wheeling off. Well, come on, man.
Even after the game, he was trying to go like this, like it touched my head. But all of the technology said that, and you know, it's interesting. They've got that like snickometer like they use in the cricket. There's just no movement at all. It's embarrassing. That's Ronaldo all over, isn't it? He's not a team player. He's all about himself, isn't he? Oh, Jack's in a nice bit of position here. Go on, Jack. Lovely bit of play. Well, if Jack gets 1, he's in the mix, isn't he? He'll have 2. Yeah, Mark, I agree. Front foot football is the only way England can play. I think in the first half we didn't play anything like that. Second half, mate, I agree with you. Luke maybe he did get into him a bit at half time and said we've got to be more positive here. We've got to get, more aggressive, and it's paid dividends straight away.
Because they came out like reinvigorated, didn't they? They were like,
well, yeah. I mean, getting the early goal helps, doesn't it? You know. I did say 3-1, didn't I? So could do with a Wales goal here.
Andy has put, do you think Jacob Ramsey's got a chance of breaking into the squad? Yeah, I do. I think he's well on the way to being in a Southgate squad to have a look at. He's already heavily involved in the under-21s, isn't he? So
I think Southgate's already mentioned his name as well, hasn't he, in passing? I think
I mean, if you look at Ramsey, Conor Gallagher, I think they're sort of probably playing in the same shirt, call up stuff like that. So, Villa are only going to get better after this break as well. So I'd expect him to be on Southgate's list.
I would stick my neck out and say he will be in the squad for the next Euros.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that.
I think if he's not, he'll be in the mix. He'll be one of the players spoke about for to be in and amongst it. I really do. He's got to carry on the way he's going. He's got to keep scoring goals as well. That's a massive plus point for midfielders, isn't it?
And what I think Southgate will start to like, which we'll see a bit more, is the defensive work, the off-the-ball pressing for an Unai Emery side. So I think that's going to be something that Southgate would like.
Yeah, I can't stand Infantino. Did he get booed? Did he when he come on? That's great. I mean, it's such an awful organisation, FIFA. It's the only organisation in the world where the chief executive gets re-elected without anybody going up against him. It's ridiculous. He's totally untouchable. He can do whatever he wants, and that's just, we thought we'd got rid of that when Blatter went, and he's just slipped slimily into his shoes, hasn't he? When you think he's in charge of the biggest sport in the world, it's sickening, isn't it?
Got around 6 minutes of the actual normal play to go, then followed by
43 minutes of injury time.
I reckon they'll shut this one down quickly. 4 minutes, I reckon. Oh. So, how would you rate this half, Justin? A lot better, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, I think the switch from Foden and Rashford was pretty key. Although I'm not a fan of Foden, playing out wide. I still think he'd be better in a small central role. But his run did create the free kick for the goal. Phenomenal strike from Rashford for the first. He's done really well for the third as well. It's been good. It's been very good. What more can you say? Three goals. Oh, chance for Wales. No, 3 goals. Clean sheet. Comfortably qualified from the group after that terrible performance against the USA. Finished top. Yeah, I mean, I fully expected us to qualify from the group. I thought we'd win all 3 games. I didn't foresee us not winning against America. We've comfortably beat the other 2 teams in the group, which is good. We're scoring goals. I think it's proved that once again, when he lets us attack and go at teams, I think we're a far different beast to what is Southgate's default setting, which is let's just sit and hold a game and try and win it on the break. We can't play like that. England are no good sitting back and trying to soak pressure up and hitting teams on the break. We've got a squad and a bench full of quality attacking players, and we have to utilise them, and he has to find a way of getting the best out of those attacking players and being on the front foot and being brave as well in possession and in attacking areas, taking people on, allowing our flair players to get on the ball and do what Foden's done today, take 2 or 3 on. And, it's a worry that Kane isn't firing. I think, generally speaking, you need a forward scoring goals to win a World Cup, and so far we haven't got that. But having said that, we've scored, 9 goals in 2 games, so it's a difficult one, isn't it? I think we come up against our first real acid test on Sunday for me now. Whilst they're not the best team in the world, Senegal, they are going to be a big threat to us, and it's a knockout game in a World Cup. So they're going to come for us, I think.
Yeah.
They're not going to sit back. They're not going to, wait for us to do anything. So I think for me, we've got to be positive and have a go. We're potentially 3 games away from a World Cup final.
And they pose a big threat on the counter attack as well with pace.
Yeah, they have. And if it is going to be France, which you would envisage it would be, should we get past Senegal, we certainly can't sit back against them because we'll just get destroyed. So why not use that Senegal game to get a game plan in place of trying to attack a team, and be positive and go at them. And yes, you don't want to leave the back door open, but with players like Bellingham and Rice sitting in front of a back 4, that shouldn't happen. And then it allows your front 4 players to go and win your game for you. That's how I see it. And the quality of players we possess in those areas, we should be a threat to everybody in this tournament.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be a very tight affair on Sunday.
It just screams extra time, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, anybody that can remember back to the Italia 90, that Cameroon game was an absolute phenomenal game of football. And I think it'll be a similar kind of thing on Sunday, whereas they're not going to be scared of us. I don't think somebody said the other day, I don't think we've ever played them, have we?
No, that was Villa v Stevenage.
Oh, was it Stevenage? Yeah. I don't. Have we ever played Senegal?
You get your Senegal and your Stevenages wrong, mate.
Too many lies you're doing. 4 minutes. I think even the fourth official's had enough of this now. Yeah, I don't know if we have. I don't know whether we've played them. Have we ever played Senegal?
Oh, I can't remember.
England national football team record versus Senegal. Here we go. So we must have played them. Yeah, Cameroon game were amazing. I remember having to. I couldn't watch the 2 penalties in that game.
Stones has missed an absolute sitter.
Oh,
Did that hit the crossbar?
that's centre half finished, isn't it? Centre half finish. No, I don't think we've ever played him, you know. England national football team record versus Senegal. There's no record of it here. That'd be interesting if we haven't played him. Yeah. According to this, we've never played Senegal.
That's interesting.
No matches. So there we go. A first on Sunday. America are still winning 1-0. 90th minute in that game. Christian Pulisic's goal looks like it's enough to send them through. That game will be Saturday night, then Holland against America. That'll be a good one.
I think that's the 3 o'clock one.
I think it's 7. I think because we would have been 7.
Is it?
I might be wrong. I've got the thing on my phone.
Yeah, 3 o'clock. Netherlands v USA.
Oh, yes, it is. I apologise. Yeah, 3rd of December, 3 o'clock.
That'll be a good game, that will.
And ours is 4th of December at 7 o'clock, yeah. I got up this morning thinking, I can't wait for the 10 o'clock game. 10 o'clock games. Absolutely gutted.
They were good though, weren't they? Started your day off well, didn't they?
I've had to wait till bloody 3 o'clock to watch a game of football. Go on, Jack. Go on, Jack. Oh, he's played it into him. Hit it.
Oh, what they're doing.
Oh, Foden. No. Oh, they've cleared it. Oh, why didn't Jack have a go then? He's ran past 4 players. He's just take a go. Have a dink.
Stephen, if we beat Senegal, looks like potentially it'd be France.
Yeah, they're definitely in the other half of the round of 16. We play the Group D winners, which you would say is nailed on to be France. And then they will play Group C runners-up. We've tried to decide who's going to be that, but it literally could be anybody in that group still because it's wide open.
Yeah, full time then. England 3, Wales 0. So second half was a lot better. I think we'll end it there then. So thanks everyone that's watched our live stream, watch along. I've got plenty more coming this week as well. We've got some Villa content coming. I'll react to Cardiff v Villa as well for you all. So that'll be coming out tomorrow as well. So cheers everyone that stuck with us, commented, like it, subscribe. Up the England. See you on Sunday.
Thanks, everyone. See you in the round of 16.